Everyone, what's up? Strand name 951. Now I'm here cleaning up my room a little bit. As you can see, a little messy, but I'm trying to get it clean. Now I'm kind of actually putting my N64 back in storage, but I wanted to share with you guys a little piece of equipment that I got from my N64. And this is a, I believe it's a Scart to HDMI converter. So what does that do exactly? Well, you can, if you have a modded RGB, I think it's called a modded RGB N64. Basically when you mod it, you know, I guess it allows it to up your, not graphics, but I think maybe resolution or something like that. And basically with that mod, you could play your N64 or whatever else you have mod, like I think like a PlayStation 2, a PlayStation 1, or there's a lot of consoles out there. I think like even the Super Nintendo had an RGB. It was like RGB compatible or something. But yeah, so basically with this, if you got the Scart going on, you plug in your Scart cable to your N64, right? And then you plug it in, the Scart cable goes into this converter. And here it is, the HD video converter. I'll give you a look at, I'll give you a look at how it looks. It's pretty small, probably like what, like 4 by 4 inches or something, give or take. And you can see HD converter, Scart to HDMI, 720p, 1080p. And I got my N64 modded RGB, or I bought one. So I'm get like, the reason you guys are probably here for this video is like what you guys are trying to figure out, what video converter you should pick up. Well, there is where I bought mine. I bought mine on eBay, and the first one I bought was a different kind of one. It was just a Scart to RGB, red, green, blue video converter, and the difference was you had your Scart port, and then on the other side was female inputs. So you had the red, green, blue, and you had to have male to male RGB cables. So you plug in, you know, red, green, blue, and then you run the male cable to the TV, back to your HDMI TV or RGB compatible TV, and plug it in. Well, see, the problem was I had that converter, but for some reason it would take the image N64, get it through converter, and when it converts to my TV, the picture would either not show up. You would either show up, but you had like, say you had top of the screen was the bottom and the bottom of the screen was the top, or there was just the color was off, or there was just some problem with it. And I actually got 2 replacements. The first one I bought, and then I got a replacement, and then they sent me another replacement, and I said the problem was still continuing. So they had me open up the converter and adjust some things, some knobs or whatever, and same problem. So I was thinking, man, I kind of just blew like $80, you know, on the console. Well, there was other converters. People were recommending the RGB because, you know, I guess it stays more true to the classic gaming of it. How it enhances the quality of the look, but it doesn't like overdo it where like everything looks all polygonish apparently. So I decided to take a chance on an HD converter, and the seller that I bought the N64 from said, you know, just try a different converter and it should work, because I took it to his house, you know, and we tried messing with it, and it was my converter. It was my RGB converter I bought first. So basically from my experience, the RGB converters weren't working for me. I just bought one from one seller. It was just a basic, it was kind of like a rectangle instead of a square, and it had like a little circle, I believe, in the middle instead of RGB or something. So I decided to pick up an HD converter, and these could run you from, I believe, $35 up to $50. If you buy it from, I think, China or Hong Kong or something, it's like you save $10. But honestly, guys, if you don't want to deal with the hassle and if you get the same problem the HD converter is giving you, just buy it from an American seller. You know, be quicker to respond and ship back for a replacement or something like that. So again, you know, save yourself the hassle if it does happen, and buy from American seller and eBay if you're in the States, of course. So HD converter, how did it work for me? It actually worked very well. First time, no problems. It's a little heavy, not really heavy, but it's like a little, I guess it has some weight to it, but it's nice. So here you got all these ports. You got the HDMI port, an audio port, a coaxial port, and you have different settings to change the quality, I guess. You got Scart-HD, 720p, 1080p, and then you got, if you're running a PAL or NTSC, N64, I guess, you could change that as well. Now, the thing that's really beneficial about the HDMI converter is that you do not need an extra wire for audio. Because the downside for me, for the Scart to RGB, was that you had the RGB, red, green, blue, but that only gave you the picture. So you would have to spend like maybe an extra $5 to $10 unless you got a cable that came with audio, like an extra audio cable, part of the RGB or whatever. And it was quite a hassle. So basically, for me, the HDMI converter was a lot better because you only need one, you only need one wire, just HDMI, and then with the HDMI output, you would get your sound and video. And let me tell you guys, it looks really good on HDMI TVs. I think that's the point of maybe buying these, is basically, you want to take your old system and play it on your new flat screens, your 60-inch whatever TVs, and it really does make a world of difference. I mean, I can't recommend it anymore. I gotta say, guys, if you want to go with a hassle-free, from my personal experience, get an HDMI, Scart to HDMI converter. Again, I'm using this for my N64. It works really well. Excuse me. It's just a really nice piece of equipment if you're trying to get the best out of your N64 games and your playtime with your Nintendo 64. Like I said, to even use this, you would have to get a modded N64 or mod your own. But there's only for some reason, I guess after a certain date, Nintendo stopped making their N64s RGB compatible. They never had a RGB port or anything, or any special cables other than S-Video, I believe. But yeah, you want to make sure before you even do this, which you guys probably have since you're watching this video, make sure you have a modded RGB N64, or you get yours modded or buy one, because this method won't work unless you have one already. Like I said, HD converter in the US will probably cost you 40 or 50 bucks around there. Overseas, like $10 less usually, but it's not really worth it. Like I said, guys, just buy from American seller. It's going to be a lot less hassle free if you run into any problems like that or so. And yeah, and then since we're in like 2015, you can find HDMI cables everywhere basically. I mean, if you have like a cable service or satellite service for TV, those TVs already have the HDMI output with them, like my dish network cable service. It came with HDMI output cable, and I could just switch it from the box to the HDMI converter. So it's a lot easier. It's more hassle free, or I'm not sure if I'm saying that right. Less hassle free, more hassle free. Basically, it's less of a hassle with the HDMI converter. I can't recommend it enough. And here it is, and then when you get it, you get a little instruction manual, and you get your AC adapter for the power, because this thing does need to run on power, of course. And you can see I think it's a 9 volt, it's a 5 volt, sorry guys, 5 volt DC. It's a pretty sleek. You know, it's not really bulky. Looks nice. It looks like it's probably the size of a little dish, little hopper thingy or something. You know, it's smaller than the dish hopper thingy or whatever. Yeah, it's pretty small, pretty compact, pretty easy to hide, and it works terrific, guys. I gotta say, if you guys are looking for one, you're looking for a converter for your N64 SCART modded whatever. You know, this is I can't guarantee you for the people using like anything else SCART modded, like the Super Nintendos, or I don't know, like a PlayStation. I can't say because I haven't used one of those systems on this converter, but from my experience, it works really really good. It works fantastic, no problems on my N64 and on my TV. So that's about it, guys. I hope this video is helpful to you. Again, it's just a HDMI to SCART converter, and that's about it, guys. So I have a couple other videos of stuff of video games, such as the Hori mini controller for the N64 on my channel, and some other stuff. So if you guys are looking for that stuff or anything else, be sure to check out my channel. And once in a while, I'll post some Nintendo or video game related content on this channel. Alright, everyone, thanks for watching. I hope this video helped you. See you next time.